Some places in the world are just cursed. Some places that even to this day, people will never go near again for the rest of their lives. And today we're going to be talking about one of those places. A place where many say that if you visit, you may never come back the same ever again. The Skulls Crossing by La Vernia, Texas. This is a small town in Texas, and one day out of nowhere, thousands of skulls appeared. But why? And what does it all mean? Well, let's talk about that. So first off, we have to ask ourselves the question, what's so scary there? Now, when we think of cemeteries and stuff like that, some of us might not feel too scared. We might even find it interesting, but some people are just terrified of cemeteries. They feel like they're cursed or something. Well, these people are not alone because there are actually many reports of cemeteries being haunted or having some sort of dark energy. There was even a TV show called Most Haunted that explored supposedly haunted places around the world. So yeah, some people are really scared of cemeteries, and I guess it makes sense. After all, when we die, we go inside the earth. We become one with the dirt. Maybe there's some energy left behind, maybe not. But these cemeteries are full of people who have passed on, and maybe they trying to tell us something. Who knows? Now some say that these skulls are cursed, but that's not really the scariest part. That doesn't really make sense. Like, how could a bunch of rocks be cursed? It's the reason behind them that's scary, the reason for them being there. So let's get into that. The skulls were found by some railroad workers, and when they realized what they had found, they ran away. And this isn't too surprising. However, this story gets much more disturbing from here on out. These workers apparently told the local sheriff what they had seen, and he went to investigate. This sheriff, his name was J.H. Williams. He said that he counted 100 skulls, and that these skulls were human, and that they looked like they were from the Spanish-American War era. Even more disturbing is that all of these skulls seemed to be facing upwards towards the sky, so they were all staring off into space. But this is where things start to get very strange indeed. See, the sheriff stayed there for 2 days to keep watch over these skulls, but after 2 days, he went home. But when he woke up in the morning after staying there, he found himself unable to speak. His speech was gone. He couldn't talk at all. To this day, he never did recover his speech. So he basically became mute overnight. Other people came to see the skulls after this, and all of them returned home with sort of mental trauma. One witness said, the sight of those skulls prostrated in the position they were in drove him insane. And you might be thinking, okay, well, maybe that guy is just a little crazy, but this happened to many people. Those who saw the skulls would always end up catatonic. And also, they would always say one phrase. The last thing they ever said was always, "Did you see it?" And then after that, they would scream, and then they would go catatonic. So now you might be thinking, okay, well, maybe they just lost their minds. But this next part is the most disturbing part of the entire story, because eventually these skulls just disappeared. One minute they were there, and the next minute they were gone. No one knows what happened to them, but what is really scary is that years later, people still report seeing these skulls. They say that the skulls still appear every now and then, but nobody has ever been brave enough to go and take a closer look. It's possible that this is just some sort of mass hallucination or some sort of creepypasta, but it's also possible that there is some truth to it. And if that is the case, well, I hope that wherever those souls are, they find peace. But now I want to hear your opinion. What do you think happened here? And do you think that these skulls are still out there somewhere? Or do you think they've all been collected? Let me know your thoughts down below. As you listen to a bonus song by the band Sonic Fiasco, please like and subscribe.
bridge where shadows creep. Whispers echo where secrets sleep. A broken sign hangs on the pier. Skulls crossing place of fear. Winds howl sharp through the night. Lanterns flicker dim with fright. The water knows what's hidden here. Skulls crossing place of fear. Footsteps vanish on the shore. A trail of dust, nothing